At this time, I'd like to introduce to you Karrey Haney. Karrey is running for Constable, Commissioner Place 4, and we need to really get behind Karrey and help him so we can clean up our constable mess that we have in Potter County. Karrey?
Good morning. Chairman Rogers, distinguished guests, delegates, and visitors, thank you for allowing me to address you this morning. I am running for Constable, Potter County Precinct 4. I have an opponent in the November election, and as soon as we get through with the Republican primary runoff, boots on the ground. In December of 1980, I made two important decisions that had the potential to affect my life. I registered with the Selective Service, and I registered to vote. I registered with the Selective Service because I had to. I registered to vote because I wanted to. The first election I ever voted in was the 1982 Republican primaries here in Amarillo, over in Randall County. I cannot tell you who I voted for. I can't tell you who was on the ballot. But I can tell you that with the exception of the 1988 general election, I have voted in every election since. I also went to my first county convention in 1982. That was an experience. I do not have the actual number, but my estimate and recollection is that there were between 250 and 300 people at the county convention. We filled up more than half of the auditorium over at Bonham Middle School. This morning, by my estimate, we will have approximately 50 to 60 people participate in the Potter County Convention here after the forum. I'm happy that each person that is coming to the convention this morning has made the decision to come. But this is not going to make it if we expect our republic to survive. And yes, we still live in a republic. This is not a democracy, this is a republic. And it's worth saving. Here's the question and the challenge. How do we get the numbers back to where they were in 1982? How do we inspire people to be involved in the process? It's more than just showing up and creating a platform. In Texas, the Republican Party platform, is over 30 pages long. And it's getting longer by the minute. Can anyone tell anyone, what the Republican Party stands for by referencing the platform? I'm not here to bash the party. I think the Republican Party is the best that you can get. But in my opinion, the platform does not adequately represent the party for the simple fact that it has become way too complicated and way too cumbersome. I firmly believe that a Republican form of government is better than any other form of government. But what do Republicans stand for? Do we know? Do we care? Are we Republican because that's the way we were raised? Or are we Republican because that's what we choose to be? I choose to be a Republican. Do we believe in the sanctity of human life? Do we believe in limiting government to the 6 functions enumerated in the preamble to the Constitution? Do we believe that every human being should work for what they receive and receive what they work for? Do we subscribe to the belief that all men are created equal? How does the Republican Party differ from the Democrats, the Libertarians, the Green Party, or any other political organization? Do we act on what we claim to believe? Our systems of belief by themselves will not carry the argument unless we are capable of putting our beliefs into practice. It goes back to that old saying, they do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. We have to be able to demonstrate that we are living what we believe and we believe in what we live. Somewhere along the way, we seem to have lost the ability to communicate that Republicans care. We have allowed others who are not Republicans to define our actions, to define our motives, and to define our agenda. It is time for us to take back our party and define what we are, rather than letting others do it for us. We are the party of compassion. We are the party that defends and protects human rights, civil rights, and personal dignity. We are the ones who judge a man or a woman by the nature of their character rather than the color of their skin. But just because we are compassionate does not mean that we should not hold people, all people, accountable for their actions. If you cheat, if you lie, if you steal, if you commit treason, then you should be accountable for what you do. The last phrase of our pledge to the flag essentially sums up what it means to be a Republican. The phrase, "with liberty and justice for all," defines the essence of a republic, our republic. We as Republicans should work to ensure that every American citizen is able to enjoy the liberty of a free society while being confident that justice will be served equally, regardless of race, creed, color, national origin, or political affiliation. When we begin to live like Republicans, when we begin to act like Republicans, then we will be able to convince others that a republic is worth keeping. That is how we will once again have 250 people attending the county convention. Thank you for your time.